It was also back to school for Spokane Public School kids today, and for some families, this year is certainly starting a little bit different. Several SPS students are returning to class while still dealing with the impacts of the Old Trails fire, which destroyed or damaged their homes. KREM 2's Regan Gallo sharing how students and staff are going back to school.
Well, back to school season is always fun for students. They get back into their normal routines, they get to see friends they haven't seen for a while, and get to go into those activities they love. But this year for Spokane Public Schools, it's a lot more complex with the impacts of the Old Trails fire, and many families still facing those impacts or being displaced still altogether. We're right here just outside of Indian Trail Elementary, one of the most devastated areas of these fires. We see one home with a sign in the window, Indian Trail Strong, we stand united. Now, the homeowner here was telling us that as soon as they were able to come back home after those evacuation zones were let down, that they wanted to make sure they showed their support. And this is just one token of appreciation that we've seen across the community leading up to back to school. Now, Spokane Public School officials tell us that around 169 students lost their homes in the Old Trails fire. So as kiddos are getting back to class, there's still a lot behind the scenes parents are managing. And about 8 homes that were within the district that were destroyed, those households have left the district, highlighting the impacts of needing to go where there's support or more temporary housing available. And that doesn't always mean you can stay within those district boundaries. Now, we talked to staff from the Indian Trail Elementary, and they told us today they're going to have extra support among staff today so their students can be best supported and have the best day possible while ultimately reestablishing normalcy for those kiddos.
Lots of joy in getting to see friends that they maybe haven't seen since the fires, and so that's what I'm hoping for all the kids and the teachers, that it's just good to be together and happiness.
Just so grateful for this whole community. It hasn't just been the admin, it hasn't just been PTO, it hasn't just been a select few people, it's been literally everyone coming together. We were a tight community before the fire, and I think we're even tighter now. So just really glad to be here and be a part of it.
I've seen both ends. I've seen kids want to talk about it, but then they also want to be kids and they go play, and it's almost like they have forgotten for just a glimpse in a moment, and they go and they play on the playground, they hug each other, and then the parents are kind of still talking about what needs to be done. But I think there's both, so we need to give space for both to talk about it and to be normal.
So as kids kick off school today, one other visual impact too, as they're busing in or they're driving or walking in among the Indian Trail neighborhood, many of those homes have been left destroyed. So students are seeing that as they're walking in, excited to get into class. So again, to highlight the heaviness and the complex emotions around this back to school, specifically for Spokane Public Schools. For now, reporting here at Indian Trail Elementary, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.